who have not sat down for an interview with MTV News. But one holdout until recently was the enigmatic artist formerly known as Prince. Kurt Loder finally did sit down with the man recently, and that conversation is coming up. But first up, a quick recap of how and why the artist has been one of the most respected figures in music of the
to do and what we want to accomplish.
Company would be marked by some degree of civility. Well, this week happened. You may recall NSYNC announced in October their intention to leave Transcontinental and BMG Records and their ex-manager, Lou Pearlman. Those parties responded with a $150 million breach of contract lawsuit. And this Tuesday, NSYNC struck back with a countersuit, seeking at least $25 million in damages and going after Pearlman in a scathing missive directed at the man the boys once called Big Papa. Chris Connolly has more.
We are still friendly as can be, NSYNC, myself, and we're tight. We're one family here.
Oh, yeah? That's not quite the impression conveyed by the legal deposition filed this week by NSYNC's J.C. Chasez, describing their relationship with Pearlman as, quote, a picture of an unscrupulous, greedy, and sophisticated businessman who posed as an unselfish, loving father figure and took advantage of our trust. One of the major issues involved in the dispute is ownership of the name NSYNC, which the band thought they owned when we spoke to them last fall.
Do you guys own the NSYNC name?
As far as we know.
God willing. Yeah, we read our contracts. Yeah, we do.
Perhaps, but Pearlman feels otherwise.
Yes, we own the name NSYNC, and we have exclusive license here in the States and worldwide.
But J.C. tells a different story in his court papers. Justin's mom came up with the name NSYNC. At the time we adopted the name, we had no contracts with Lou. At no time did Lou inform us that he intended to be the sole owner of the name.
We've made quite a bit of money each from their record success.
Pearlman might think so, but the boys in the band feel a lot more is due them. J.C. writes, notwithstanding our stellar sales and our nonstop work, we had relatively little to show for our efforts. We had been given a $25,000 advance. We received nothing except a small weekly salary when we were on tour. With 5 band members, 1 business manager, and a host of multinational corporations grabbing for cash, at least one litigant hopes for a speedy conclusion to the lawsuit.
The longer it takes, the less time any of these record companies, or ourselves, or NSYNC, will be able to please our fans and make any profits on it at all. And I think that most importantly is to settle it right away. I'm ready, NSYNC's ready.
But J.C. doesn't sound hopeful. We are painfully aware that our careers may be brief. In truth, our fans made us a success. We will enjoy their favor only so long as we give them the music they enjoy. However, we cannot work with people who have lied to us and taken advantage of us. And we will not be puppets on a string held by Lou Pearlman.
J.C. and NSYNC still intend to release their spankin' new next album titled No Strings Attached on Jive Records early next year, but that, of course, remains to be seen. That is it for this week's edition of 1550.